Tonight on Si's Eyes on the Skies.
Yeah, taking a look at current temperatures right now across the state of Iowa, we are starting to see a little bit of cooling temperatures. We have a temperature of 46 here in Spencer, about a temperature of 57 here in Des Moines. I'll have much more in my forecast coming up here in a few minutes.
Plus, Aubrie Schneider has your national forecast. All that and more as this Tuesday, March 11th edition of Si's Eyes on the Skies starts now.
Broadcasting live from the studios at Iowa State University, the Iowa State Meteorology Department brings you the latest weather from across the country and out your front door. This is Si's Eyes on the Skies.
Good evening. I'm your host, Braden Tate. Tonight's weather story takes us back to 1962. One of the most paralyzing snowstorms in Iowa history struck the northwest quarter of Iowa from March 10th to the 13th. This snowstorm brought new snow blown by strong winds over already deep snow cover to create huge drifts blocking roads and bringing nearly all transportation to a halt. Travel was generally impossible northwest of the line from Woodbury County to Winnebago County and was still perilous to the south and the east. Near Rockwell City, an 84-car freight train was halted by huge snowdrifts and became stuck for over 15 hours. The weight of the new snow combined with the previous snowpack had resulted in numerous roofs collapsing across the area. Combining with the previous snow, the new snow accumulation included 17.9 inches at Sioux City and 13 inches at Cherokee. By the end of the snowstorm, depths of between 2 and 3.5 feet were reported on the ground across northwestern Iowa. And now, to discuss more with what's happening around the country, here's Aubrie Schneider with your national forecast.
Looking at our national headlines for this week, we have thunderstorms in eastern Texas, a slight storm risk on Friday, and some snow happening over in the western part of the United States. I'll have more with your national forecast after the break.
It only takes a careless moment to turn this into this. Don't let forest fires be your fault. Make sure your fire is dead out.
Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
Welcome back. Now let's go to your national forecast with Aubrie. Aubrie, I heard we're supposed to have a really active Pi Day this weekend.
Yes, on Friday, Pi Day, we're having a very active storms going on in the Midwest right now, but let's look at our temperatures around the country. We have 36 in Toronto, 72 in Cincinnati, and 59 in Norfolk. Looking at the southern half of the United States, we have 74 in Memphis, 72 in New Orleans, and 83 over in San Antonio. Looking on the western half, we have 60 in San Francisco, 78 in Phoenix, and 65 up in Denver. And finally, in the northwest, we have 59 in Seattle, 61 in Boise, and if we look over here in Minneapolis, we do have a 44. Looking at our radar, currently we have some rain down in the Los Angeles area and some rain up off the coast of Washington there as well, and a little bit of snow up in North Dakota as well. Looking at our snowfall forecast into the weekend, we have that really big chance of snow all the way over in the western half of the state, especially in Northern California, and a band going across up in Canada as well. And looking ahead at the rain, we have that rain going on tomorrow morning over on the western coast, even with some chances of snow the more north you get. And that's going to continue across the country. We get some more snow and some rain down here in Arkansas and Mississippi. And it's going to keep going across into Friday morning. And we have it over Colorado currently. And then it's going to continue across on Friday and actually turn into some rain. As you can see here over in the St. Louis area, we're going to have, that's where that severe chance is on Friday. And it's going to continue across into Saturday night, and it's going to grow down up through the south all the way up to the northern half, and some snow for all of you from Minnesota, and still that snow over in the western half as well. And then finally, by Monday into Tuesday, all that rain is going to go off the coast, and we're going to still have that snow over in the Rocky Mountain area. Looking at our rainfall totals, as you can see over in the west specifically, we're going to have a lot of rain and some snow as well, and some of that over here in the southeastern half of the state, and even up into the northern parts into Canada as well. Looking at the week ahead in Las Vegas, we have windies tomorrow with a high of 68. Then we're going to cool down a bit into Thursday and Friday, and by this weekend, it's going to warm up and be sunny with our high on Monday at 74 and 64 on Tuesday.
Thank you, Aubrie. Now it's time for our trivia question for the evening. When was the first tornado forecast published? Was it A, 1948, B, 1951, C, 1956, or D, 1959? We'll have that answer for you at the end of the show, plus we'll have your Iowa weather after the break.
Beat it. Just beat it.
Just get in and talk about it.
I've got to go home.
Oh, come on, Carrie. We're going to a new place.
She wants to go home, right? Let's go.
Whoa.
You okay to drive?
I'm fine.
You sure?
Relax.
What's a few beers?
If you don't stop your friend from drinking and driving, you're as good as dead. Drinking and driving can kill a friendship.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at your Iowa weather with Zion. So Zion, it's been really nice out. Can I keep wearing shorts?
Maybe not the rest of tonight, but looking at the latter part of the week, you can start to wear shorts again. Now, as you take a look out across campus right now, it's quite beautiful outside. You know, we got some high-level clouds out there, but you can see the sun's out. It's a perfect day to just take a stroll around campus. Now, taking a look at temperatures, we are starting to see a little bit cooler temperatures. 46 here in Spencer, 50 in Sioux City. But as we look at the eastern part of the state of Iowa, we have a temperature of 62 in Burlington. Now, wind right now, it's quite calm outside. We're not seeing those really gusty winds as we've been seeing in the past couple of weeks with Iowa. 6 miles per hour here in Ames, 10 miles per hour in Sioux City. As we look at our futurecast now, we are going to start to see a bit of clouds moving into the area. Now, specifically the Mason City area and the northwest section of our state. Now, as we go in the latter part of the week, though, or in the day, though, we are starting to see the cloud cover move into Ames, and then as we look more into the day on Wednesday, pretty much almost the bottom part of the state of Iowa is going to be under some clouds. Now, as we look at our zone cast now, we got 59 here in Decorah, 61 here in Mason City, 61 in Independence, and 62 in Manchester. Now, going to the southwest now, we do see a lot warmer temperatures, 70 in Centerville, 65 in Iowa City, and 66 in Washington. Now, for the southwest, we do see a lot warmer temperatures than we did in the southeast, 73 in Shenandoah, 70 in Missouri Valley, and 66 in Guthrie Center. Now, we got to show our northwest a little bit of love here. So, 62 in Okoboji, 63 in Estherville, 64 in Orange City, all for your highs tomorrow. Now, for the skycast tonight, I do have a temperature of 31, barely below freezing, and with a bit of clouds right there. We're not going to see any of those extremely bone-chilling temperatures like we've seen across the state of Iowa here. Now, for tomorrow here in Ames, I do have a temperature of 66, not as warm as not as cold as we've seen, like how we did see today, but we will see those clouds move into the area here. Now, as for a 7-day, as you see, we do start to warm up across the week, 77 here on Friday. Then we do start to cool down a little bit here for the weekend. And then as we get into our next part of the week, none of us will be here since we're on spring break. We will see highs in the upper 60s on Tuesday.
Thank you, Zion. And now for our trivia question answer. When was the first tornado forecast published? Was it A, 1948, B, 1951, C, 1956, or D, 1959? Well, what do you guys think?
See, I actually have absolutely no idea, but I think that 1956 sounds about right.
If I'm being honest, I think it might be 1959. I remember I saw something where they used to set up tripwires whenever tornadoes would come through, and honestly, that seems pretty, plausible as an answer. So I'm gonna go with D, 1959.
I think I'm also going to go with 1959. I believe that's the time we got a first human in space. Seems like tornadoes might have been popping off about then. And the answer is A, 1948 at Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma on March 25th, 1948.
It's pretty early to get a tornado forecast, don't you think?
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, March, that's not when I would think they'd be popping out.
Didn't even have computers back in the day, but you know what? They were still making tornado forecasts out there.
Yeah.
Anyways, that concludes tonight's show. Be sure to follow us on our X/Twitter, and you can find all of our shows on YouTube under our Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful night.